Hello Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This week Pisces is Faery week. Now I kind of went into a longer explanation with Aquarius, but I was feeling kind of like my energy's been kind of low lately, and maybe it's as we approach the end of this year, kind of a symbol of the year, but I thought, gee, am I really up to like pulling out all that fairy information? Because the Faery week is such a fascinating week, but it is one of the more tiring weeks for me as a reader. And then I was inspired that everybody should get a message from the Oakmen. And I kind of thought, well, oh, I don't know, maybe that's not the right way to go. And I picked up the deck and the Oakmen were on the bottom. They were looking right at me and I thought, that's it. Everybody gets something from the Oakmen. And now I'm sitting here, I'm getting ready to do yours, and I'm looking at the calendar, I'm realizing this will be the last Faery reading this year. Maybe that's why everyone gets something from the Oakmen. So, you're going to get a reading from the Oakmen this week, Pisces. I'm going to read to you from the book. I think it's worth hearing over and over again. I really find it's one of the most profound cards, and I think it's fascinating that this is the energy that came out to do, and to give us collective messages. So I'm going to read, there is an extended at the end of this, and then the extended I do pull from the Faery deck, and that's a card that will represent your inner child, the archetype of your inner child. Something else I wanted to say about that, I don't remember. Yeah, it just goes in about what your inner child is trying to communicate with you. But on the YouTube channel, everyone gets the Oakmen this week. So we're going to start. We're going to start the Oakmen. The Oakmen, strength, ancient wisdom, and depth. Doesn't that kind of explain them perfectly? I had an interesting lesson from the Oakmen about how we humans use fairies to mirror our own projections. The eyes of the Oakmen are a warm light brown, but some people look at them and say, oh, red eyes, scary. I tried a little experiment using digital magic. I made a copy of the Oakmen and gave them blue eyes. I then asked some people for their impressions of the men, and words like innocent and sweet and melancholy came back. Then I changed them to an unreal-looking violet and got responses like, oh, so spiritual, so wise. Had the Oakmen changed? Of course not. But what people projected onto them had. When we look at a fairy, we can simply project all of our fears and insecurities and prejudices and delusions on them. Or we can try to see them as they are. In a sense, all oracles are simply mirrors of the wisdom and confusion within the reader. But if we only look at them through our personal filters and projection, we learn very little. It is only when we actually try to see beyond ourselves that we begin to see the oracle as a mirror of the cosmos and all of its wisdom. One member of the oracle group looked at them and wrote, when I see this card, I lose all track of time. I feel deep grounding in peace, contentment. Everything is there if you just take the time to be part of it. It is a deep homecoming for me. To me, the Oakmen show the deep wisdom of age, the inner peace and strength of the elders. This is what the Oakmen are about. Can you look at them and see them as they are? Or can you only see your own projections? The universe, like the Oakmen, is full of wisdom and compassion and strength, but it doesn't always come in pretty packages. So, as a reading, this card depicts the strength of wisdom and age. It also reminds us that what we need to know, what is truly there to be seen, cannot be discovered by a superficial glance and hasty reaction. In a reading, the Oakmen tell us to look slowly and deeply into the heart of the matter, and to see past the superficialities of the surface. Consider the history of the situation in depth, and learn from the past. Consult others with more experience than you have. Learn from the wisdom of the elders, both those available to you personally and those you encounter in books and elsewhere. In this matter, it would be wise to make your decisions after more pondering and study of a situation. Consider motivations in depth. Take action only after thorough deliberation. The Oakmen tell us that haste may be, at this moment, our worst enemy. They also suggest that we might learn a lot from trees. Consider the trees and their wisdom. Connect with a wise old one and ask for help. And there is a quote from the creator, Brian. Fairies speak to us in many ways, and we perceive their intent with our ears, our eyes, and our hearts, and our laughter too. So, now we go into the wild unknown animal. Wild unknown animal spirit tarot deck, right? Oh my gosh. You'll find out what you're being asked to release. What are you being asked to embrace? Hidden factors that you were unaware of. You got the Lovers like constantly hanging out there, and then energy that is approaching you on the split. It was hard to ignore that. It was like constant. The loving energy of Pisces. It's so funny. I'm a Pisces friend. I don't know, like she's been really busy lately. She has been really busy. She's got a lot going on. And sometimes like, oh, I don't hear from her much, or I don't. And I swear to God, as soon as I start feeling like I don't hear from her, I start getting messages. It's just like, I think she hears me calling her. Pisces. The Magician is at the bottom. What are you being asked to release? The Ten of Cups. What are you being asked to embrace? The Seven of Wands. Hidden factors that you are unaware of. The Eight of Cups. Energy that is approaching you. The Sun of Pentacles. Kind of like the Page of Pentacles. Sometimes this energy is a little bit defensive. This is a young buck, right? Like I like to look at this as kind of like a young buck that doesn't have its own territory. It's kind of put out a territory. It's trying to find a territory is what I get from that young buck. You're being asked to release the Ten of Cups. Okay, now, this is a good time to bring this up, in this reading specifically, is when we're being asked to release something, it doesn't mean you're never going to take that on again, or you're never going to embrace that again. It's just a period of time. It's, you know, everything is cyclical, so whatever this Ten of Cups represents to you, I mean, I could make it all magical and say, release your Ten of Cups, embrace it all. I don't feel like it's that, because you're being asked to embrace the Seven of Wands. So it doesn't feel like this is just allowing it to flow and you be a part of it. I'm not getting that. I'm getting whatever the Ten of Cups is to you, it is combining energies, right? That's interesting. I never noticed that before. How did I never pick up on that before? The Ten of Cups is two fives coming together, and the Five of Cups is disappointment. Something not working out. Why did stuff not work out in the past? Because they didn't, like, these two, this Five of Cups and this Five of Cups, really, like, the energy is magic between them. The energy is magic when these cups come together. But you are being asked to release that. I'm going to just say, you know, this is the second time now I've read the Oakmen. And they really talk about like taking some time to ponder, and taking some time to assess, taking some time to hold back, to withdraw. And if everyone's getting the Oakmen this week, that's quite interesting, right? So I do want to say that probably what's going to be coming out is what is it that we are being asked to pull our energy away from temporarily. I want to say temporarily. And why would you want to pull your energy away from the Ten of Cups forever? That wouldn't make sense. It's time to be, no, I'm going to stick up for you here, because last week, if I remember correctly, you got the message that it wasn't time to be defensive, it was time to be the leader. Now they're telling you it's time to be defensive. What do you mean asked to embrace? Okay, I'm going to stick up for you on this one. We're pulling, yeah, we're going to pull clarify. I'm remembering that, but I think I'm remembering that. But let me see here. Pisces. Time to lead, not to fence. Don't you just love it when the universe tarot yanks your chain's being yanked here? Oh, come on, Oakmen. What are you doing? Why are you yanking their chain? Now it's time to be defensive. Maybe it's a completely different situation. Right? Like there could be one situation where it is time to be the leader. It's no longer time to defend. But then there's another situation where it's time to be defensive. It's time to defend yourself. Maybe whatever this 10 of Cups is to you, like this, because now you're kind of pulling your energy away from that. You're being asked to pull your energy away from that. You see, in this, I could see like that would be something you don't necessarily want to be defensive about. Because this is wonderful energy that could, two wonderful energies that come together in a beautiful celebration. So there, what is this? What is this? The 7 of Wands. Like, you know what? And it's there, it's almost, okay. It's a little bit like the energy of last week, where being the leader, it's time to lead, not defend. Look at how you're almost combining the two. The way that candle, that flame, separates, almost like separates the conflict. Separates the conflict here. And you defend in that way. Okay, I want clarification. Look at that. You have the Justice card, see? What is this defend? To take you to victory. And the front. Okay, now this is really fascinating. This is fascinating. It's fascinating how for the first time I've ever seen like the 10 divided into 2 here with a 5 at the bottom and a 5 at the top. Because this 7 of Wands has nothing to do with your 10 of Cups. It's something else. It's something else that you need justice in. There's the Justice card, the 6 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. Because you would, you know, if I didn't already get that message about how to see this 10 of Cups, you would think it was the 5 of Cups. So I'm allowing justice to play out. I'm allowing the universe to create karmic and energetic balance here. It's going to give me victory, but I'm going to be disappointed. Perhaps you will be disappointed because this is something that didn't work out. But it doesn't feel like it's related to the 10 of Cups because I feel like it's something that didn't work out is what you're being asked to embrace. Something that didn't work out, perhaps something that's not working out. You're being asked to embrace that and defend yourself. Because now I see you, now you're the 5 of Cups. See, this is not quite the time for your 10 of Cups, whatever that represents to you. It's you and someone else's energy. Perhaps two people in a point of in a state or energetic flow of disappointment. So release that for now. It's time to focus on that. Then, defending. Hidden factor that you are unaware of is the 8 of Cups. Are you going into an 8 of Cups? Is someone around you going into an 8 of Cups, or someone around you has been in an 8 of Cups? What is this 8 of Cups? It's a hidden factor? What is this 8 of Cups? It's a hidden factor. Wow. Maybe someone around you. Maybe you. Someone's going into an 8 of Cups here and they're going to come out really good. Someone's been in an 8 of Cups and is coming out really good. Because it's a hidden factor, I'm feeling like it's something that's already known. But maybe you're not aware of why it's happening. You're not aware of why it's happening, this 8 of Cups. Either why you're being pushed into an 8 of Cups, so having to withdraw from like all things emotionally, anything that triggers you on an emotional level, or someone around you is in an 8 of Cups and they've had to withdraw from all things emotional. So the hidden factor about this is the Ace of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the Empress. It feels like someone from your past with the 6 of Cups, soulmate, like some sort of soulmate energy. And it's almost like it's being renewed. There is a renewal in this. The Ace of Wands is all to me like about the mojo. The light is so strong right now. It's very distracting. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I have shears and grapes. I think it's time for there we go. That's a little bit better. I'm sorry. Okay. See, I wasn't able to look into the camera properly, so I didn't feel like I was communicating to you properly. Sorry. It's like the Ace of Wands is the spark of life, the mojo, the igniter going on, like the spark plug. You know, like the spark plug needing to come out, either be like cleaned up or a whole new one put in here. And then it comes out like this really spectacular energy. So whether you're in the Eight of Cups or someone that you know, but I want to feel like it's a soulmate connection. It could have something to do with this Ten of Cups for you. There is a renewal. There is some sort of renewal that is going on here, or that will go on. The Son of Pentacles, energy that is approaching you. It's a Page of Pentacles. It's like the Page of Pentacles, but again, because this deck has it as a young buck, this is not like the steed or whatever, or the full buck, or I don't know what you call it. It's a young buck. And think about a young buck. It's got to find its own territory. It doesn't have a territory. It's kind of starting from scratch. So tell Pisces about this Son of Pentacles, the energy approaching them. It's healed. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, I gotta tell you, I feel like you guys are involved in something that's not good for you. It leaves you defensive. You're being guided here to embrace defending yourself and allowing justice to play out. You're going to have, it's going to give you victory. It's going to give you, I feel, a moral and karmic victory, but emotionally it's defeating because it didn't work out. It's not how you saw this happening. It's not how you hoped it would happen. But it seems to be, well, with the Justice card, that's how stuff goes sometimes. Like, it's to serve you. It's to serve you karmically here. But there's something else for you. And I feel like it involves another person. And it feels like this person is on some sort of path or journey of healing. Because this is what's really crazy. The Son of Pentacles. Almost someone starting from the beginning. Right? The Star card, the Eight of Cups, the Two of Wands. What did I say about this Eight of Cups? It's like a renewal. It's like some sort of renewal, getting the energy back. And somehow it feels like it's connected to you. Like some sort of deep soulmate connection. There's also too, like, healing of inner child energy here. And then coming out on the other side is the Empress. Perhaps that's how this energy approaches you in the future. The Son of Pentacles, because it's a new energy. Because it's being depicted as something that's healed, that was in the Eight of Cups, and is getting ready to explore. Fascinating, isn't that? How that played out like that. Like, what is the hidden factor about this Eight of Cups that you may not know? There is a big level of healing going on there. Inner child healing. Coming out like very strong. Very empowered. What's coming towards you? It feels like this energy almost in a new state, and it comes back healed. And it comes back wondering what is out there to explore in the world. Okay, now I'm curious about this Ten of Cups. You're being asked to release it. The Ten of Cups for Pisces, that they're being asked to release. The Ten of Cups for Pisces? The Ten of Cups for Pisces. Oh my goodness. You got the King of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Fool, and the Wheel. The Wheel of Fortune. There's some sort of really strong knowing about this with the King of Swords. Like sitting really firm on some sort of a belief here. But there's this innocence that sits on the other side of it that's kind of awkward. There's something awkward about this right now. That's the best way I can just kind of describe what's clarifying this Ten of Cups. It feels awkward. Like we have the King of Swords, and then we have this little Page of Cups. Is this Page of Cups like approaching the King of Swords? Because he looks like he's going to chop the Page's head off. Like, it's just like, I don't know. There's something awkward here about it. And then we have the Fool and the Wheel. A leap of faith. There will be a leap of faith guided by almost like the right time, the right timing here. Because it's awkward right now. So whatever this Ten of Cups is for you, it's awkward. The energy is awkward right now. It's not quite lined up. It will be, I feel, though. Like there's some sort of shift. So it feels awkward. So I want to assume that the shift is that it won't feel awkward anymore. There is going to be a shift. So until that happens, you are being asked to focus more on embracing something that needs to have karmic justice served. And I do feel like whatever this karmic justice was, it wasn't justice towards you. You know, when the justice card comes out, it's not about what you think is right. It's not about what I think is right. It's about how energy, emotions, people's actions have been played out over a period of time. And that has created a ripple in the universe, right? Energetically, emotionally, spiritually, karmically. And that ripple goes out. It needs to come back. What we put out, we get back. So because you come out with victory here, I feel like somehow you were served an injustice. You need to defend yourself, but you are going to be disappointed and sad. Maybe you kept putting something in, and it still didn't work out. But right, like I see this Five of Cups, this two disappointments coming together to make something really beautiful. All right, there you go. Oh, I have much more to say. Like, that's really interesting, Pisces. I'm going to pull one card from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck to go with the Oakmen for you. Oh, I wanted to do readings. I was just telling Aquarius this. It's like my cocaine is doing these readings on YouTube. I've spoken to a few other tarot readers, and not everyone experiences what I do. Where, I don't know, maybe because I'm very empathic. I'm very empathic. And I absorb energies, like, because I do though. I mean, I have to take time off because there's other parts of life that I have to address and look after. I can't just do readings constantly, right? But I find when I'm pulled away for a period of time, like my energy level starts to go down. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because of COVID. Like, as an empath too, maybe one should learn to seek out energies that are very positive because it actually feeds you. Because you can be with energies that are very depletive and that really sucks the life out of you. So I'm depleting myself. I don't know. So yeah, coming back into I felt so tired starting Aquarius, but now I'm starting. So thank you, Pisces. I hope I'm not energy vampiring you. I'm kind of feeding off of some of your energy here. So what do the Oakmen have for you with an oracle card? What do the Oakmen have for you with an oracle card? Pisces. Oh, the Firefly. I love it. This is in some sort of darkness. Being in some sort of darkness, but learning to start to make the light. Learning to create the light in that darkness. But it's an exercise. It's kind of like using a muscle. Or a pattern of muscle use. Like if you do I always find, I like to do my rebounder exercises, although I've been kind of tired lately to do it. Sometimes when there's new moves, like I swear to God, I must look like a chicken having a seizure. Because it's just like, figure out what the pattern of that new movement is. And then I finally get it, right? Like that's kind of what trying to figure out the pattern of that new movement, just lighting up a little bit in this darkness. Before you know it, you come out. Like to me, the next thing after this is the hummingbird, because the vibration is so high and fast that the darkness is always gone, right? So there you go. I do feel like this would, I think, look at that, right? Shining the light in the darkness. Making something clear. Shining the light in the darkness, making something clear. You know, and if you want to give yourself a laugh, just imagine me looking like a chicken having a seizure. What are you going to do? Oh, I knew. I thought this was actually the card that was going to come out because its energy was so pronounced. It was so strong when I picked up the deck and was shuffling, but it didn't come out. But there it is, the raccoon. That's like the hermit energy. But I don't feel like the hermit is necessarily the approach for whatever this is that you're being asked to embrace. All right. There you go, Pisces. I'm going to go do the extended. It was nice hanging out with y'all. Thanks for the energy boost. Until next time, to be gentle with yourselves. Bye.